Hello once again, and welcome to yet another episode of the Euroman Movie Report. This week, the long-awaited Man of Steel. Man of Steel is of course the long-awaited reboot of the Superman franchise, and now we have at the helm Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan. And I must say that this Superman movie is totally awesome. The story is cool, the effects are great, the acting is good, and we have Hans Zimmer's pumping, bombastic soundtrack, boom 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 boom, making this Superman movie a thrill ride for any Superman fan. And the movie begins on Krypton, like any of the other Superman movies and the cartoon from the 90s, where we see Krypton in its final days, and Jor-El, played by Russell Crowe, attempts to warn the elders of Krypton to prepare to preserve Krypton's way of life, because Krypton is going to die. But shortly after, Michael Shannon, playing General Zod, storms in and attempts a coup, and Jor-El flees the scene. He then steals from some sort of skeleton, some sort of genetic safe for all living beings, which contains all living beings on Krypton, and returns to his wife and newborn son. And this makes General Zod very angry that Jor-El, of course, have stolen this device, skeleton or something like that. He then travels to Jor-El's fortress to try to reclaim this Genesis device. But Jor-El and his wife, they launch their newborn son, Kal-El, the later Superman, into outer space to Earth. And Jor-El, he dies at the hand of General Zod. And then the scene shifts. We see little Kal-El's capsule nearing Earth, and when we have Kal-El as an adult. And then we have several scenes of him using his powers, and some flashbacks to his childhood with his adoptive parents. And in general, as I said, the story is great and it's action-packed. And Henry Cavill, who plays Superman, or Clark Kent, he does an okay job. He looks the part, acts the part, but a small setback is that in some scenes his British accent is attempting to come out, but he is able to control it most of the time. And Amy Adams, who plays Lois Lane, she is a great addition to the cast. A good-looking Lois Lane with that nicely formed, And we have Lawrence Fishburne as the editor of the Daily Planet. But something bothered me about this film is that, and here's a spoiler, you guys of course remember Professor Hamilton from the comic, and I don't understand, at the end of this film, Professor Hamilton and Colonel Nathan, they are on board this C-17 cargo plane. And they are supposedly sucked into the Phantom Zone, but I hope that we have Professor Hamilton and Colonel Nathan returning for the sequel, because Professor Hamilton is such an integrated character in the Superman universe. It wouldn't make sense to kill him off in the first film. But all in all, a great film. I was very entertained, and I'm looking very forward to the sequel. On a side note, there's a small cameo by Lex Luthor. You see, not in person, but you see this tanker truck whirling through the air, and it says LexCorp. I also heard that they had inserted a reference to Brainiac, the evil computer from Krypton, but I didn't catch that. Maybe that rumor was just a fluke. But anyway, great film. I was very much entertained, and if you are a fan of Superman, you should go check out this film. So if I'm gonna rate it, I would say 4.5 out of 5 Coca-Cola bottles, and the reason I'm not giving this a 5 out of 5 Coca-Cola bottles is because Henry Cavill's accent, they should have trained some more with him to make his American accent more perfect. That's it. Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report signing off, wishing every one of my viewers a pleasant weekend, and I will see you in the next movie review. Bye for now.